Hi all, today we are going to see about essence of web technology. In that we are going to cover the topic user-centric design. I am Dr.M.Praveena, Associate Professor and Academic Coordinator, Department of Computer Science Full Stack Web Development, working at Dr.SNSRCAS College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. In this video, we are going to see about introduction of user-centric design, research and analysis, defining the user persons, user journey mapping, prototyping and testing, iterative design, accessibility and inclusivity, and conclusion. So let's see what is user-centric design. User-centric design is an approach to designing products, service or system that prioritize the needs, preference and behavior of the end user. It involves understanding the target audience, their goals and the challenges and incorporating the knowledge into design process to create a more intuitive, user-friendly experience. User-centric design focuses on empathy for the user, involving them in a design process through research, feedback and testing to ensure that final product meets their needs and expectations. First step we have to understand the context of use, and the next step is specify user requirement, and after that we have to specify the design solution, and finally we have to evaluate against the requirements. Introduction. User-centric design is an approach to creating product, service or system that prioritize the needs, preferences and behavior of the end user. In user-centric design, the focus is on understanding the user's goal, motivation and challenges in order to design solutions that meet their needs effectively and initiatively. This approach involving user in the design process through research, feedback and testing to ensure that the final product is user friendly, accessible and enjoyable to use. Key principles of user-centric design include empathy for the user, iterative design processes, usability testing and continuous improvement based on user feedback. Research and analysis. Research and analysis play a crucial role in user-centric design as they help designers understand the needs, preferences and behavior of user to create product and experience that meet their expectation. In the context of ChatGPT, research and analysis may involve gathering data on user interaction with AI chatbot, which is one of the website, conducting surveys or interviews to gather feedback, analyzing user demographics and user patterns, studying user behavior to identify pain points of or areas of improvements. By conducting research and analysis, designers can gain valuable insights into how users interact with the chatbot, what features are most valuable to them, and how the chatbot can optimize to better meet their needs. Defining persons. The ideal person is first one is context specific, focused on present, unique user real data, avoid biases. Define user persons. User persons in user-centric design refer to fictional representation of different types of users who might interact with a product or service. These persons are created based on research and data about the target audience, including demographics, behaviors, needs, and goals. By defining the user persons, designers can better understand the motivations, preferences, and pain points of different user groups, allowing them to tailor the design and the user experience to meet specific needs of each person. User journey mapping. User journey mapping in user-centric design involves creating visual representation of steps and interactions that a user goes through when engaging with product or service. This process helps designers and developers understand the user experience, needs, and pain points at each stage of their interaction with the product. By mapping out the user's journey, can identify user persons, mapping out touch points, defining user goals, highlighting pain points. Prototyping and testing. Prototyping and testing are two crucial components of user centric design, a methodology that prioritizes understanding and meets the needs of the user throughout the design process. Prototyping involves creating simplified version of a product or service to explore design ideas, demonstrate functionality, and gather feedback from user. Prototype can vary in fidelity, ranging from low fidelity sketches or wireframes to high fidelity interactive mockups or even working prototype with limited functionalities. The key is to create prototypes quickly and cost effectively to iterate and design concepts and gather insights early in the design process. Prototyping serves several purposes in user centric design, visualization, and testing. Visualization, it helps designers and stakeholders visualize ideas and concepts, making it easier to communicate and refine designs. Testing, prototype can be tested with real user to gather feedback on usability, functionality, and overall user experience. Iterative design. Prototyping facilitates an iterative design process where designers can quickly make changes and improvements based on user feedback, leading to better outcomes. Testing. Testing involves evaluating prototype or existing designs with real user to identify strength, weakness, and area for improvement. User testing can take various forms, including usability testing, where participants are asked to perform specific tasks using the prototype, and observational studies, where researchers observe how users interact with the design in real world scenarios. User testing serves as a purpose in user centric design. Identifying issues. Testing help uncover usability issues, pain points, and area of confusion that may not be apparent to designers. Validating design decisions. Testing provides validation for design decisions by assessing how well the design meets user needs and expectations. Iterative improvement. Testing feedback informs iterative improvements to design, helping to refine and optimize the user experience over time. Iterative design is a methodology commonly used in user centric design to continuously refine and improve a product or service through repeated cycle of prototyping, testing, and iteration. Rather than following a linear process where design decisions are made upfront and implementation at all once, iterative design acknowledges that designing for users is an ongoing process that requires constant feedback and adjustments. Accessibility and inclusivity. Accessibility and inclusivity are fundamental principles in user centric design which focus on ensuring that product, service, and experience are usable and welcoming to people of all the abilities, backgrounds, and identities. Accessibility refers to the design of a product, service, and environment to be usable by people with disabilities. This includes individuals with visual, auditory, motor, cognitive, and other type of disabilities. Accessibility aims to remove barriers to access and ensure the equal participants for all users. In user-centric design, accessibility considerations or integration into design process from the beginning. Inclusive design practice. Designing with accessibility in mind from the outset rather than as an afterthought. This includes considering diverse user needs and using inclusive design principles to create product and experience that are accessible to as many people as possible. Compliance with standards. Adhering to accessibility standards and guidelines such as web content accessibility guidelines to ensure digital products and platforms meet recognizing accessibility criteria. User testing with diverse audience. Testing design with people with disabilities to identify accessibility barriers and gather feedback on how to improve the user experience for all the users. Prioritizing accessibility in user centric design, designers can create product and experience that are more usable, uh, equitable, and inclusive for everyone, regardless of their abilities. Inclusivity. Inclusivity goes beyond accessibility to encompass a broader range of diverse identities, backgrounds, and perspectives. In user centric design, inclusivity involves designing products and experiences that consider the needs, preference, and experience of people from diverse cultural, social, and demographic backgrounds. Cultural sensitivity, acknowledging and respecting cultural difference and their preferences when designing products and services. This may involve conducting research to understand cultural norms, values, and behaviors that may influence user preference and expectations. Representation and diversity, ensuring that design teams are diverse and inclusive, representing a variety of backgrounds, perspectives, and lived experiences. This helps prevent bias and ensure that product and service are designed with empathy and understanding for a wide range of users. User empowerment, empowering the user to customize and personalize their experience to better meet their individual needs and preferences. This may involve providing flexible settings, options, and features that allow user to tailor the user experience to their unique requirements. Conclusion, user centric design is a crucial approach that prioritizes the needs, preference, and experience of the end user throughout the design process. By focusing on user perspective, designers can create product and services that are initiative, efficient, and enjoyable to use. This ultimately leads to higher user satisfaction, increased engagement, and overall success in meeting the intended goals of the design project. Embracing user centric design principles can result in more meaningful, impactful, and successful outcomes for both user and the business alike. These are the textbooks and reference what we have referred. Thank you.